It's not typical to feel this way. It's not typical to wake up already weary, to struggle out of bed devoid of energy, passion, or drive. For each day to mirror the last, a meaningless loop of a life that feels foreign. Yet here you are, phone in hand, letting that initial hit of artificial dopamine set the tone for your day. You know what's truly unsettling? Believing this is the norm, thinking constant exhaustion is just part of life, blaming it on work, stress, routine. But let me tell you, there's a deeper issue, something you've been avoiding. Something that's eroding your ability to savor genuine experiences. And the saddest part? You're allowing it. Your brain isn't physically broken, but its function is compromised. And while it might not be your fault, it is your responsibility. As you ponder why focusing gets harder, why your life seems devoid of meaning, there's a hidden culprit. Dopamine, that chemical meant to be your ally, has turned into your greatest adversary. Consider this. You wake up and instantly grab your phone notifications. Social media messages a relentless barrage of stimuli designed to hook you, to keep you fixated, to make you crave more. But what you overlook is that each dose of that fleeting pleasure diminishes your capacity for genuine enjoyment. That's why you're perpetually drained, because your brain has grown accustomed to instant gratification, rewards without effort, and that, my friend, comes at a steep price. Take a look around. How often do you check your phone aimlessly? How many hours are lost to mindless scrolling, watching videos, swiping without thought? Then you wonder why you can't concentrate, why you struggle to appreciate a moment of peace, why everything feels dull. The truth is, your brain has atrophied. You've substituted real fulfillment for a superficial, transient, empty imitation, and you're not alone. We live in a society of addicts, hooked on quick dopamine, instant pleasure, constant distraction. Ironically, the more we chase pleasure, the more dissatisfied we become. The more stimuli we consume, the less capable we are of experiencing true contentment. It's a vicious cycle, and if you don't break free, you're destined for a life of apathy, disillusionment, emptiness. But here's the truth. They don't tell you. You can reclaim your mind. You can escape this state of lethargy, this chronic fatigue, this mental fog. It won't be easy, but it's attainable. And it starts with a conscious choice to break free from the chains of artificial dopamine and return to the authentic. Because authenticity is what truly satisfies. Sunlight on your skin, meaningful conversations, walks without distractions. Authenticity is what ignites your soul. But to get there, you must defy your brain's impulses. You must practice restraint, learn to embrace silence, tolerate boredom without reaching for a screen. Tackle difficult tasks without expecting immediate rewards. And if you do, something remarkable will happen. You'll start to awaken. You'll shake off the constant weariness. You'll regain your vitality. You'll rediscover the thrill of life. As your brain weans itself off artificial stimuli, it will become receptive again to natural ones. Food will be more flavorful. Music will stir your soul. Moments will feel magical, because you'll have retrained your mind to focus on what truly matters. And here's the pivotal question. Are you prepared to make the sacrifice? Because escaping this state demands effort, requires enduring discomfort, necessitates confronting your self-destructive habits and deciding you deserve better. But if you do, the reward is life itself, a life unburdened by constant exhaustion, a life where you don't rely on a phone to feel something, a life where you don't feel like a zombie trapped in a meaningless routine. The choice is yours. Continue the cycle of depletion, empty pleasure, and perpetual dissatisfaction. Or awaken. Reclaim your energy, your focus, your capacity for joy. Dopamine is a double-edged sword, master. It is your ally. Let it master you, and it's your prison. What will you choose? And here's the realization you haven't grasped. The prison isn't just dopamine. It's your environment, the world you've unconsciously created. Everything is engineered to keep you ensnared in a loop of instant gratification and perpetual fatigue. It's not just social media. It's not just screens. It's everything. Reflect on this. When was the last time you persevered through a challenge? When was the last time you tackled an unpleasant task without seeking a distraction? You've been conditioned to avoid discomfort, to flee from any exertion. And that's the core issue. It's not solely dopamine. It's the lack of resilience, the inability to tolerate discomfort. At the slightest hint of boredom, you grab your phone. When something demands concentration, you seek distraction. When something isn't immediate, you abandon it. Gradually, you've become someone incapable of navigating real life. Because real life doesn't offer instant rewards. Real life is slow. Real life requires patience. And if you can't endure the emptiness, the silence, the waiting, you'll never experience what truly matters. Because here's the harsh truth. The fatigue you feel isn't just physical. It's mental. It's emotional. And you're the one perpetuating it. Not just with dopamine, but with your lack of discipline. Your inability to delay gratification, your fear of discomfort. Consider this. The most fulfilling aspects of life demand effort. Building a business, mastering a skill, cultivating deep relationships, sculpting your body. None of it is instantaneous. It all requires patience, sacrifice, time, and if your brain is addicted to instant gratification, you'll never achieve any of it. You'll never endure the process. You'll never know the profound satisfaction of overcoming a challenge. And there's the key. Artificial pleasure is robbing you of your capacity for genuine joy. When your brain becomes accustomed to effortless rewards, it devalues the rewards that require effort. And that's what has you trapped, why you're always exhausted. It's because deep down, what drains you isn't work, routine, or life itself. It's your inability to find purpose in what you do. Because everything that would truly fulfill you, everything that would truly ignite your soul, requires effort, and your brain is no longer equipped for that. But you can change that. You can reclaim your ability to savor the process. You can retrain your mind to endure discomfort, to value effort, to find joy in challenges. But to do so, you must break the cycle of instant gratification. Start small. Resist the urge to grab your phone when bored. Push yourself a little harder at the gym. Commit to reading a book instead of watching a short video. Every time you choose difficulty over ease, every time you tolerate a bit more discomfort, you're reprogramming your mind more than you realize. Here's the most incredible part. As you begin to shift away from artificial pleasure and embrace real effort, something change. Your energy returns, your motivation reignites, your mind sharpens because you're no longer seeking escapes. You're no longer running from reality, you're confronting it. That's what truly makes you feel alive. So the question remains, will you persist in the cycle of empty pleasure and perpetual fatigue, or will you awaken and begin to truly live? Here's the truth they don't tell you. It's not just dopamine. It's not just instant gratification. There's something deeper. You're something that's sapping your energy, your ability to think clearly, your desire to pursue a meaningful life. The worst part is you're oblivious to it. Your mind is overloaded, saturated, not with work or responsibilities, but with noise, constant noise, unnecessary information, irrelevant opinions, notifications that interrupt your focus every 5 minutes, memes, pointless controversies. Every day you absorb more data than your brain can process, and most of it is utterly inconsequential, yet you continue to consume as if afraid of missing out. That's another prison no one discusses. We're not just trapped in the pursuit of instant pleasure, we're also trapped in an information overload. And the tragic irony is, this overload doesn't make us smarter. It weakens us. It robs us of our ability to think independently. It transforms us into passive consumers rather than active creators. It keeps us occupied, but not productive. And here's the irony. Most people believe they lack time, but the truth is, they lack clarity. It's not that you don't have time to improve your life. It's that you're squandering it on trivialities. People don't realize how many hours they waste on mindless distractions until they eliminate them. When they do, they experience a chilling revelation: they've been living on autopilot, not choosing where to focus but reacting to whatever's presented to them. Your brain is like a glass of water. If it's filled with impurities, you can't see through it. If it's cluttered with distractions, you can't think clearly. How many brilliant ideas have withered because you were too preoccupied with your phone? How many projects have you abandoned because you were consuming instead of creating? How often have you yearned to do something meaningful with your life, only to find yourself trapped in the void of another wasted,